herself out, okay? And, Rochelle
Hopefully.
said that she's trying to fix her internet and then she'll be. So I'll go live. That's us live just now, I think. Welcome, everybody. We are having a little bit of technical problems. If it is too laggy and you can't hear any of us, please put it in the chat. Okay, is everybody in? Yeah. So today we are not interviewing, we're having the privilege of talking to Lady Gravedancer again, guys. For a lot of you that missed Mystical Love and Light stream, we've got October with us as well today. She missed last time as well. So I'll let you say hello, guys, till everybody gets in.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Welcome, Shell. Welcome, Panka.
Are you hearing?
Everybody's coming in now. I'm hearing you too, okay, yeah. Hi, Uncle Dana. Hi, Paradox Fossils. Welcome, JJ Sass, Jan. I'll let you all get in, guys. October's also commenting. Mystical Love and Light had to reboot her full internet, so hopefully she'll make it in.
Is it just me that's only hearing every other word of what
It's
Drew is
Stormy,
saying?
I think, where she is, though.
Yeah, I think
probably it'll be my internet.
I think you're lagging a little bit, Drew.
Right, okay, wait, I'll see if I can fix it.
If it's not one thing, it's another, eh?
I know, it's always something. Wait, now I'll put it on a lower definition.
Yeah, so some other people are only hearing every other word as well.
Right, is it bad, guys? It's because I'm running on my mobile data. Wait, and we'll fix it. The internet was worse.
It sounds alright at the minute. I better not speak too soon.
Don't talk too soon, Welcome in, everybody. Yeah. Welcome in, Dobby.
They're saying it's okay
Let us
now.
know if it clears up. Yeah, it's okay now, Paradox is saying. Michelle, hi. I didn't see you in the chat, Michelle. Welcome. Is it okay now, everybody?
I'm hearing every word now.
Yeah, it sounds
good.
Okay now.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, today we've got TEQUILA back, guys, who is, of course, Lady Gravedancer, who a lot of you will already know. We spoke to her on Mystical Love and Light's channel a couple of weeks ago. But I wanted the privilege of talking to her as well on my channel because TEQUILA's had a big part to play in my journey, as a lot of you will know. I don't know where I would have been, TEQUILA, if it wasn't for your jar spell on my son. It really has worked on Liam. It's kept Liam in a kind of controlled environment and things, I would say. It's been an amazing little spell. And I've passed it on to people as well. And I do believe it works for them. Can you tell us a bit about how you made that? Did you get that? In a... did it just come to you, or was it passed down for your mum or anything?
Well, it was changed a little bit with me, but yeah, it was passed down, basically. I just kind of made it more of my own as time went by. I had to tweak it as the years went by, too, with my son. Yeah.
What would you remember? Chris we had interviewed Christopher, and he had said, "Don't ever put me in a jar." I wish Mystical Love and Light was here. She'd show you. And she actually made him in a jar, put a picture of him in the jar, and we played it the other night there on the stream, and it was hilarious, honestly. But obviously there was no intent put into it, but it was funny.
Put in a jar.
Yeah, there's loads of them, isn't there? That's what I'm saying. Everybody always starts to think that everything you do is bad, where 99% of things is done for positive. isn't it?
There's so many
What you
reasons
said,
to
Jill?
do that.
Yeah. What do you think, Lors? What's your go-to to keep people kind of under control, if you like, with kids
Well,
wise?
the main thing this past while's just been more uh, the magical and the mundane combined, really. There's been a lot going on with my health, a lot going on with my son's health, and it's been the basics, really, to be quite honest with you, this past while. You probably won't know this, Tequila, but I was in hospital the summer of 2021, rushed into hospital with emergency bowel surgery.
Oh, I didn't know.
So I was poorly for a while then. My son has been not right, so it has been really the magic and the mundane combined this past while. My past changed a lot in the last 2 years. So it's been quite the basics, I would say. I don't really want to go into too much of it online because a lot of it's quite private, so...
That's understandable.
Yeah. But do you not feel sometimes as mothers and as wives, if you like, and just the leader of our household, that some of these things we do help the family, whereas there's families out there that don't do magic and witchcraft, and I don't like saying that because it makes us sound as if we're always doing things sinister. Let's call it workings, if you like, you know, like what Mystical calls it. We're always doing little workings. It doesn't change the path of our family, but it helps to guide them in a way that us as mothers, wives, or whatever, kind of can put our input into their life, if you like, a little bit more than they would listen to us. Because such as with Liam, anything I say, he does the opposite of. So I feel as if I've got a little bit more control over him because I do workings for the better for his future. Because as a mother, I know a little bit more what's good for him. So do you guys feel the same, that we're not really changing their futures, we're just helping guide them and things like that?
I don't feel like I know that I don't do anything to change paths. Even when I've seen my kids in like bad relationships and things of that sort, I don't interfere in those things. I will do things to help, because mine are older now. I will do things to help find work. I will help heal their heart when they do get heartbroken and help them get back out there, to find love again or whatever. But I won't directly interfere in. Oh my God, my dog has mud all over him. He just jumped on me. I won't directly interfere and change a path, like if I don't like where they work, I'm not gonna go get them fired. If I don't like the relationship they're in, I'm not gonna break them up, because they have to live their own life. But at the same time, as mothers and witches, if we're able to help soothe certain situations, then I think it's our job to do so.
Yeah, I definitely think it as well. I mean, I know, October, that you've had to do a lot for your son through housing and things. Have you turned to a bit of workings for that?
I have to be very careful with my son because he's got the disabilities he has, and a lot of it to do with his autism is his mind. So I have to be super, super careful because the way his brain works and the way he thinks, I have to adjust things so that it works for him the way his brain functions. So what I do for him may be completely different to somebody else. My son is right now going through a lot of changes. He's now 26 years old, and but he has got the mental capacity of about an 8-year-old. So for me, it's protection, guidance, direction in some regards, with regards to kind of guidance, I guess you could say. And you have to be careful with how much oomph you give something with him too, because it can be too much for him because he's so sensory sensitive. He's tapped in a lot, but he's really, how do I explain this? It's hard because of the way he thinks. Let's just say I have to be super, super careful and super, super mindful of anything, even protection, anything like that. I have to be super careful because of how he
Right.
processes things and stuff like that, because otherwise he might pick up on something that's too much for him, if that makes sense.
Right. Uh-huh.
It's quite a difficult one. He's been through quite a
Yeah.
lot this past while, to be honest with you. So I have to be
Yeah.
mindful.
Have
really
you got
mindful.
little protection pouches
Yeah.
and little jars and things around his home and things? Yeah.
No, before he moved in, I did some stuff around his home, because you've got to remember that I don't know if you're aware of this, Tequila, but my son is now in his own property. With support. So you've got people of all walks of life coming in and supporting them, as well as my partner and I. So you
Yeah.
can't go having things lying around the house where people might get freaked out if they don't understand it. So
Well,
I've
uh-huh.
done sigils and stuff with invisible marker that was
Yeah.
put
Oh,
around
uh-huh.
his property, so you don't see them, other people don't see them, but I know they're there, and they can be utilised where needed, and stuff like that. When son's not in the house, I go and check
Yeah,
things
yeah.
and tap into things and, you know, do things like that. But I don't. It's not like in your face. Like in my own home when we were all living together as a
Yeah.
family, it was
Uh-huh.
different. But him living in his own
Sure.
place, you know, you've got people coming and going, and if you had certain things lying around, they'd be like, "What's that? What's?" You get about 1,000 questions.
I know. Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
it's a bit more subdued and a bit more how do I put it? Like I say, I know they're there, but other people might
Uh-huh.
not necessarily.
Much like
If
you
that
with
makes
your work,
sense.
Tequila.
It's
Uh-huh.
very
I
subtle.
mean, I
Yeah.
noticed you're at your work, you've got a lot of different workings in your workplace. You're lucky though that your workplace doesn't mind you having a few workings out if you like, but
Yeah, my
there's
boss
a
is
lot of
very
places that
open-minded.
wouldn't let you do that. Is there
Yeah.
any advice you can give those people that isn't allowed to put little altars out? Sorry.
I like to use chalk because you can blow it off.
Is there any advice you can?
Uh-oh, I think we're talking over each other.
Right. Yeah, I think again. I was just saying, is there any advice you can give anybody that's not allowed to put little mini altars out and workings out in their workplace?
Yeah, I mean, you can use,
Am I coming
know,
and going again?
using invisible markers, amazing. And I've never done that. That's a really good idea. But I like to use chalk. I make my own chalk because after I draw or write whatever I need to, I can blow it away. You know, and you don't even have to use chalk because if you use your own fingers to write on the wall, I mean, your energy is going to stay there either way it goes. You can be subtle or you can be loud with your magic, either way it is, you know, and you can use plants in the house where people don't know what's going on with your potted plants, your mirrors, you know, you can write behind your mirrors what you need to do. And there's not a picture frame in this house that doesn't have my mom's hair behind it because that's her thing. That's what she does. So there's, you know, you can be very subtle about a lot of things. I'm blown away that he's 26 years old though. Like what?
Yeah, I know. I know. It's crazy.
I know.
16 and we all made like a happy birthday video for him. I can't believe that's been 10 years.
Yeah, 26.
Wow.
He was 26 in February.
Wow. And that's amazing.
Yeah.
I know there are no kids long out there, not.
I don't know where the years have gone, to be honest with you.
That is wild to me. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad that he's on his own with support because, you know, that'll help him in the long run.
That's a big step as well.
Well, a lot of it was the housing situation, but it's a case of, I don't know about in America where you are, Tequila, but in Scotland, they're supposed to give people appropriate housing based on need, and it doesn't always work out like that. So for us to stay living together as a family was not going to be possible because they could not get us a house that was going to house us, a big enough property basically. And because he has the needs he has, I had to prioritize him, so he was safeguarded when it came to our old house, because our old landlord wanted that property back after nearly 12 years. So of course that was a huge step for him based on his disabilities, but in the long run we had to make sure that no matter what happened, he was safe and he was safeguarded and he had a house. My partner and I ended up in a homelessness unit, but he got to we safeguarded him, so he was all right. So he was in a temporary private let, and he was able to stay there till we got another property for him through the local authorities, and it was a hard road, but we had to do that so that he was safe. It was the only way to do it. So he's now got his own place with full support, and it's been a bit of a journey. So I just have to be careful with everything, really, with regards to him. He's quite a sensitive soul, really.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I can't vouch for all over the U.S. I can only tell you what's going on where I'm at, and they would have housed you with your son, and they would have paid you to be with your son here.
It's crazy the way they work it here now, as well as I'm fighting through the government, through their local government, because people give people properties that don't completely match up to their needs. So you're like, I'm saying, you know, he's got like so many professional people working with him, different professionals, medical professionals, as well as myself, and you're saying he needs this, you've got all this paperwork coming in that say, yes, he needs this, yes, he needs that, and the council say, we don't have anything. So you're stuck in a position where it was, both of us had nothing, or we got him something and we had nothing. So he got, and we went in the homelessness unit. And that was difficult, but it had to be. That was just how it had to be until we got him sorted out. And it was tough going, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, you know what I mean? It's just, you got to deal with the cards you're given.
Unfortunately, yeah, that's the way it is there.
Yeah. So that's where he's at, 26 years old and growing like the clappers.
I'm when you said 26,
Mystical Loving Light, just come in on your phone. I'm on my phone. I'm just telling Mystical Loving Light to come in on her phone. I'm on my phone. Come in on your phone, it's okay. Yes, it's amazing that we can do little things though for our family and our kids and things. I feel as if that's what our purpose really is in life, is to make sure that we're doing the best for our family and things, and being witches or spiritual people, as a lot of people might now be called. It's an amazing effect that you can have on your family. I honestly think if it wasn't for what I do, Liam would have been doing a different journey, because he was at the point where he was really, really playing up at school and different things. And the minute I made that jar up for him, his behaviour totally calmed right down, and he started focusing on school and really realising the effect that it was having on everybody in the family, because I was having to go to school every other day and argue with teachers and different things. So it was a great help. But there's other things that you can do as well, with sigils at the back of mirrors and the back of photos and things, that if people don't want to see in their face, you know what I mean? But there's lots of things you can do. Welcome in, Stefan.
You know, and I've always said this, that a mother, and this is not bashing fathers by no means, but the bond a mother has with their child from the time they get pregnant to they give birth is the most powerful thing that there is. And so our magics for our children is the most powerful magic that we will ever perform as mothers. So I'm not surprised that the jar worked, because that was your energy, your intent going into this. You know, these are just supplies. Half of the supplies came from you. You know,
it's just amazing. I just love it. I mean, I think it was crazy, because I way back when I did start looking up the witchcraft and things on YouTube, it was to just initially ghost hunt, and that's the truth. And then, as I said, my daughter's partner died. My son-in-law died when wee Zach was only 2, and it devastated the full family. I mean, Kerry was here with him, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to cope with her grieving and help the way he was going through the terrible twos and things. And witchcraft really did settle me down, and it settled me. I mean, between watching yourself, Crescent Moon, and also Sunshine, it gave me something to focus on, that I knew I was changing my life. and I really, really thrived on it. I couldn't get enough of watching you guys, and it was, I did my book of shadows, and I was reading it at night, and I was placing it together, and it still wasn't working. And then April figured out how to do shadow work and things like a way, because I'm one of these people, as I said, I've got to have my dishes done, I've got to have this done before I feel comfortable enough to do anything. And she made me realise that you don't have to do all that. You can give yourself like a little corner, much like here. Make sure that you've got it cleansed and bubbled, and make this your wee bubble to work in and concentrate in and things like that. So I think that it was a great help, and everything just came one by one away back then. And I think we're going on the comments, there was loads of people at the time going through the same thing. And I've spoke to many people, many witches now that's said how much you, April, and other witches as well, but we'll not mention them, that has helped them in their journey. So it's just great, and it's great to see the fact that even though that you have made it a little bit bigger than, I mean, what are you at, 50,000 subscribers or something, isn't it? That you're still willing to talk to us little people if you like and help us.
Oh, that's crazy.
You know?
I feel honored being here. What are you talking about? I just had longer, maybe too long, but I get so giddy when people invite me to their channels. I'm like, oh my God, you want me to come on? You know, I'm actually a very quiet person until you get to know me. If you meet me in person, I'm very standoffish and quiet until I can figure like the situation out before I get where I really let myself show. So I'm actually quite shy whenever someone doesn't know me.
It's weird that, because in my normal day life, I don't let anybody into my circle. I keep my circle very small. So it amazes me sometimes that I do open up so much on YouTube, because I wouldn't do that around my daily life, you know. But there's just loads of things. I mean, if you think about it as well, the fact that everybody wants to spirit seek, as you call it, TEQUILA, or ghost hunt, whatever you want to call it, in this community as well, we can all help each other, because what works for one person might not work for another. So we can all share little secrets, you know, to what works best.
And that's what most of the community does, I feel. I mean, I do love this community. We do have some rotten eggs, just like every other community has. But for the most part, we are, like, this community has helped me a lot through the years, because, you know, I suffer with depression. And it's always been helpful to come in and be able to be around like-minded people, especially I live in Bible Belt, Texas. So, you know, there's not a lot around. I've been able to find some. I've been able to find a few here and there.
Right.
No, it's not like that around these parts over here. So the community has always been so helpful. Yeah. I've met some amazing people that have become family and are in my day-to-day life from YouTube that I would have never met before. I'm very
definitely. And they're the nicest people. I mean, most of the time, the people that you meet on YouTube, you probably wouldn't meet in your daily town with as much interest in as you in different things. So I just think it's a great place, the internet, to find these. I mean, we did a witchy coven online. We've got about 9 of us in it. It's not even really a coven. It's just a place. A lot of people don't like to go live and talk online. So what I did was I got a couple of us together, Mystical Love and Lights there as well, so that we all just come in for 5 minutes, say hello, and then we all take it off live, and we all sit in the background in StreamYards and just have a meeting for an hour or two and just talk and share things, you know. Because we would never have been able to do that if it wasn't for YouTube and link up together and share information. It's just brilliant. You know?
There was a lot of that before when Google Hangouts was a thing. It was Google Hangouts? I think, yeah, that's what it was called.
Yeah, Google Hangouts. Yeah.
And I would get in a couple of those, or we would do a few of those, and we would just all be talking and sharing and that being live. And we did that a lot years ago. Like, I met so many people like that, because people would come in and then go out, and then some people would come in and go out. And it was fun because you meet.
I was just coming to YouTube as that stopped. They did away with the Hangouts, didn't they? Because I remember when I was just starting to come into YouTube and watch the Hangouts. I was watching them on the repeats and things, but I think they just did away with all the Google Hangouts at that point, where they were stopping it. And that's when YouTube decided to let them go live, I think. What about you, October? You again, you want to add?
I mean, I was on YouTube for a while, and I kind of pulled off YouTube because there was too much going on. My son, my family life, my health, and then I just took a back seat for quite a while. Had too much stuff to deal with, and then I was still watching stuff, but I just couldn't deal with all other things going on at the same time. And then just recently, my physical health's better now, but I've got to go back in for another surgery, so that's another thing. But anyway, so my physical health was that would be that combined with the housing thing, and then try to make sure my son's okay, meant that for this past, since I think summer 2021, up to, I would say, summer 2021, I think that's when I kind of disappeared, because there was just too much stuff going on, and I'm just getting back into trying to find my feet. And like I say, my path's changed a while. I didn't have any videos up in a long time, and I've put a couple of ones up recently. I think the last one's kind of just explaining how my path's changed this past while. It's not me in front of the camera, it's just me talking. Excuse me. It's just me talking. And I just feel like I want to be there for other people, because there's just so many people now that have gone through so much stuff. And I think this last 2 years is, I'm still me, I'm still the same person, but I've changed a lot as well, if that makes any sense.
I know what you mean. You're growing.
I had the rug really pulled from underneath me in a way where, not just in the physical sense, but in the spiritual sense, a lot changed with me. And there was a lot of things that I thought I knew were a certain way, and then when this all happened, I was like, whoa, like everything just flipped on its head. I won't go into it all and bore you, but like, it's on my channel if you want any more information about how that came about. But it's been a huge learning curve for me, like I say, from when I first started in the community and being hands-on, if you like, to up to date. So much has changed. And I've got a 6-year-old son now, which is crazy.
Change is good, though. I mean, change sometimes is what you need to. I mean, I get stuck in a rut most of the time, and then I think, what can I do that's different? And then I maybe just do something different, and it works for a little while, but everybody gets stuck in a rut, and I think that's for a purpose. It's to make us change things, you know, because things change all the time. The world changes all the time, so we have to change, you know.
That's true. Yeah.
I think, October, you were on YouTube before I even started YouTube.
Was it?
I think you were. Or maybe right around the same time.
I think I was approximately 2012.
Oh.
Right.
I don't remember exactly the exact year that I started. I have to look. But I remember because you were some of the first ones that I subscribed to.
God, I can't remember.
Yeah, no, I remember. And then for a while you were, I think you had like a shop and you were selling candles, but I was way in the US, so I couldn't really order anything.
Yeah.
Because shipping prices are outrageous.
Yeah.
Terrible, isn't it, the shipping prices? I mean, then I've got another little, I've called this one Little Mystical. You see her?
So cute. Did her husband make that?
Yeah, this is the one that he sent me last time.
Yeah.
That is Little Freya. She's Crone Freya, and that's Little Mystical.
Here's one of mine here. I love them. I love this stuff.
Wow.
Oh, William's saying hello. You hello?
Hi.
That's my fiance. Hi there. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Yeah, I've seen your one. That's lovely as well. He's so talented, isn't he? I love them. I'm going to collect them.
Yeah, they're both very talented.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
He makes our stuff, and I love his statues. He sent me a Grim Reaper, and that one's been on my bar ever since. It's on the tequila shelf, and I have it there. absolutely love it. And yeah, and then I got 2 more.
Yeah, very talented. They're beautiful. If I stayed in the US, I'd be ordering them. I'd be ordering one a month, I think. To be honest with you, I think they're funny. I think they're beautiful. A lot of people will look at them and think, "Oh, they're ugly," but they're not. I think they're gorgeous.
They're not.
Yeah,
yeah, they're gorgeous.
Our little crones. This one's a swamp witch. That's why she's got all the grass on her. She's just coming out the swamp.
I love that one. I didn't
it's
see that
brilliant.
one on the shop. I go every now and then and look on her shop to see what's new, and I didn't see that one.
He's maybe just made them and decided to send that one. He sends me them as little gifts. If I've usually helped Mystical Love and Light, we maybe try to go live or something, he usually sends me something nice. That's really nice of him. Thank you, Lee. I'll look after her. She'll be much loved. So she will. So have you got anything coming up, Tequila? Any more ghost hunts with the family or anything?
Yeah, we've just been waiting for the weather to get a little better so that we can get out.
Yeah, it's the same up here.
We actually found a cemetery yesterday that we haven't been to out this way that me and my son want to go to. Yeah, there's a few abandoned places. Sunshine is supposed to go with us to this haunted sawmill that we've been trying to get to for about a year. When we tried to go last year to go to it, we ended up somewhere totally different, which was still a cool place to go to, but the GPS was not taking us where we needed to go. And this is why I miss road maps. Like, I want a paper map, because the GPS, they don't know. But we ended up.
I know the powers that be could muck with you, you know. I mean, we were doing a stream the other night and we were talking about some of the alien stuff, and somebody actually said, was it you, Wally, that said that there was a craft seen above Coat Bridge the other night?
No, the Northern Lights.
The Northern Lights were reaching as far down as here. Did you see them, Lars?
No, the only
Usually we can't see the Northern Lights because we're central Scotland, but the skies were that clear that you could actually see the Northern Lights. Wow. And also as well, we were getting told that there was a craft above Coat Bridge as well. So
it was like the moon that goes like that.
Aye.
Then it was 2 stars and it was 2 planets. I can't remember the name of
That's no 2 planets. It's made to look like 2 planets.
Jupiter and Venus.
Jupiter.
That's it. And I was going to the shop with Liam, and I was like, man, look at that.
Oh, you could see them clearly.
You could see it was as clear as day.
Right. I did read that somebody was saying there was a craft seen above Coat Bridge. There's actually a lot of UFOs been spotted in Scotland in the last couple of weeks. And I noticed in Texas as well. Tequila, have you spotted any where you've been in the country?
We actually had footage when we were in our back area, because behind my house is nothing but property. Like, there's no houses or anything. It's just land.
Right.
We had video that was on 3 of our phones that ended up disappearing off our phone. Like, it was just gone. When we tried to upload it was on any of our phones. And what it was is there was like this cloud, and clouds move. Well, this one cloud was just sitting there in the backyard, there for over an hour, this cloud. And we saw things flying into the cloud. Wow. And there was a lot of light going on. So we're recording it and it's not moving, but there's aircrafts flying into it. But then when we went to go upload the video, I didn't have it. My son didn't have it. He had sent it to a friend. He didn't have it.
Right.
It was all gone. All the footage that we did that night was all gone.
I think what you saw, Willie, was the Jupiter.
That's quite common, that though, that everything disappears. I don't know if you watch Skinwalker Ranch or not, but they had the experiment. It was the conjunction you seen, Willie? Jupiter.
Right. It was a very clear night, and I thought
it probably only ever happens once in a lifetime or something, does it not?
I'd probably say to you.
Aye. What was I saying there? I can't remember. You've put me off, you fucker. It happens what?
It happens.
What you saying, sis?
It happens every so many years.
It happens what?
This was
Hi, Lady Witch.
The Jupiter and Venus conjunction of 2023, and we were coming back from town, and the way it was, we were coming round our street. We were coming round our street, and we were like, "What in the heck is that?" It was like, at first I thought it was a helicopter or something, but then they were kind of sitting in the sky, like, where's the camera? Kind of like diagonally, sort of, and so I was like, they're too still, there must be planets. And my partner's like, that's far too bright to be a planet, surely. So we've got an app on our phone, and we looked it up, and it was that. But we live in an area in the West Lothian area that's, I can't remember, there's 3 points, and it's called the West Lothian Triangle or something, and it's quite highly known for UFO activity. And if you look up, so this happened in the 70s, it was called Decorative Law. In the 70s, there was a guy who was attacked. There was a guy that worked like in the Forestry Commission in the woods, and he got attacked in the 70s. It was all over the news and everything.
Right.
So if you look up the Decament Law, which is DECHMONT law, in the 70s, to do with UFO in the West Lothian area, you'll see the whole story about it. It was quite famous. Quite well known.
What was it called?
I'll have to spell it to you. Decament, DECHMONT law. Decament law. West Lothian.
Law.
It was in the 70s.
I'm gonna look that up after we're done.
Yes, that's what's wrong.
I'd like to read that.
Right.
That sounds interesting.
The guy was saying all the way, like, till he passed away, he was saying, they had the news up there. There's actually a little plaque, actually. If you go up there now, there's a little plaque that says this is where this took place. I can't remember the guy's name now, but he took, a news team up there. They had like what do you call them? Like scientific people went up and took, evidence of different things, samples of things and stuff, and tried to figure out what had gone on. So it's a long story. You're better to just check it out yourself to see, but it's quite interesting.
Check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna read on that for sure.
I definitely think there's more goes on that they don't tell us. There's definitely more goes on.
Jasper.
Yes, Stefan, there's stormy here. That's why the internet's coming and going.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
Yeah, we're just waiting in the weather and things getting better as well.
It's getting there slowly. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's definitely changing. I was just looking at the Dalkeith shell. I think everybody should start watching the skies more right now, because there's definitely going to be more stuff going on out there. I mean, Chris in Dakota does the Bold and Bonkers show, and that's what they focus on more and more, is the alien stuff. And the stuff that they've been showing us and telling us that's been spotted is absolutely crazy. So definitely keep an eye on the skies more, especially in Texas, Tequila.
No, yeah.
That's the guy's name.
All right. You maybe need to put it in chat, because you can't really read it off the screen.
I was going to take a picture. Okay. I'm going to go in the chat.
Screenshot it.
I was going to screenshot it right now. Yeah. So y'all are having storms out there. We just got past some really bad storms up here too that just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it gets quite wild up here sometimes, and then it just calms down for a couple of days and gets bad again. But it's not too bad right now, but it's cold. It's very cold and windy. The wind keeps coming up, but apart from that, we're not getting snow or anything as of yet. That'll come.
I keep
we don't
pressing the
usually have
button
a snow
too
problem
soon.
here in Texas. Robert Taylor. Okay.
Yeah, Robert Taylor, yeah. Every time I press the button, my tablet's too quick and it goes away with me when I'm before I finish Taylor. It's in ufology, the Taylor incident in the
Right.
Deckham Woods in 19... Wait a minute. Yeah, I'll show you a picture of him. Hang on. Oh, goodness sake, stupid thing. Hang on. That's him there.
Yeah. Okay.
Hang on.
Screenshot it so I can go back to it later.
Yeah.
That's him
An
there.
interesting story. I'll need to read up on it as well.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
That's what we should do. We should do some researching on some events through time, like maybe even go back to the 30s, and then come back and do a whole UFO segment of what we've found and like our thoughts on it. That would be fun.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and Scotland's quite a
Definitely, I'd be into that for sure. I'd love to do that.
energetically charged place. And not just in the areas. You think a lot of people seem to think that you have to go to historic spots. But I've noticed the energies have changed from where I used to live in Scotland, which is 20 minutes further the other way, to where I live now, which is 20 minutes further rural. And I've noticed an energy shift just in that distance alone. It's totally different where I am now.
Yeah.
The other direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. It's just crazy. I mean, I think, see, because we've got the 5G towers up here, well, it's not where I stay, it's actually more up where Chris stays, up at Douglas, we've got the 5G towers, and he's been saying that there's been a lot more activity up there. He actually took a picture, I think it was what he thought was 2 aeroplanes at one point, and then one totally took off. I think it took off in a total different speed that was impossible for a normal aeroplane and things. So there's definitely movement going on up here because of the 5G towers, I see. So we'll definitely research it more and definitely do a live about it.
Yeah, I mean, like here where
You got
I
the
am
first
now.
real snow lady witch.
Where I am
Yeah, we've
now,
not really had much snow this year either. Well, guys, that was just a quick little live to talk to Tequila. She has got a family there, so I'm not going to keep her too long, guys. And plus, Mystical Love and Light couldn't get up, so it's not really very fair that she's not up here asking questions to Tequila.
October, whenever your baby turned 16, he was 6 years old because he was in the video when we sung him Happy Birthday.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Oh
man, I don't know where the years have gone.
I have no
You okay?
idea.
Wow.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm sorry that I had to pop off and everything.
Very bad lag.
It's been a crazy week.
Well, send my love to all your family anyway.
Yours as well. And anytime y'all want to have me back on, y'all just let me know. I think we lost Drew.
I don't know. She's disappeared.
I know the time difference is hard. What time is it where you guys are right now?
It is nearly 7 p.m. at night.
Okay. Yeah. So it's almost 1. And so I know it's a big, there's a big time difference.
That's crazy. I'm trying to figure out if she's got cut off or if she's still ticking, the live's still going, so I don't think she's cut off, but I don't know if her connection's gone or what's happened. Oh, there she goes.
It's a buffering. There she is.
Yeah, I'm here, I'm back. I don't know what's going on. It's the weather. I think it's between the weather and the fact that I'm on my data, not the Wi-Fi.
Not to worry.
Well, let me know if y'all ever want to do like a UFO thing, and I can talk to Crescent Moon because she has a lot to say about UFOs and everything.
Definitely. What we'll do is, if you want to, what we'll do is we'll leave it for today and let you go back to your family, and we'll make sure that Mystical Love and Light can get up with us next time, because I feel guilty because she wanted to come so bad. And that's what we'll do then. We'll do a bit of research in our local areas and we can come back and talk about it if you want.
I think it would be fun. So if that's something y'all want to do, just let me know and I'll be here.
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
No, definitely, maybe next weekend or something even. Yeah, we'll do it better when the Wi-Fi signal and things is better, okay? Thank you for coming, though. It's been a pleasure to talk to you again.
Thank you so much. It was a really good talk.
Okay, bye for now. Enjoy your family day.
Thank you. All right, bye-bye.
Okay, bye for now. Blessings, everybody. Thanks, October. Bye, guys. Bye.